So let me put on my reading glasses, which will help me to read. And you also put your reading eyes or glasses. So let's move ahead about the JEE Mains 2023, which would be conducted by NTA. What are the basic information? What are the formalities and all? So let's go ahead. Well, in this presentation, we would be covering a little introduction about this examination, important dates and other information, exam pattern, and the application. We have some screenshots, but I'll take you to the live form filling process also, which will give you a better clarity. Okay. So first of all, this year, the examination is for the students who will be appearing in their board examinations in 2023, and also for the students who have appeared in their 12th board in 2021 and 2022. This is the same eligibility criteria which was last year. It's a computer-based test, 2 sets of paper 1 and paper 2. What are the brief about that? So paper 1 is for the admission to undergrad engineering programs, BE and BTech. So most of the students, I hope, would be appearing for paper 1, which is for the entrance to the IITs and JEE advanced examination, or for that, say, for any NITs or triple ITs. Paper 2 is basically for the admission to B Arc and B planning. I have included paper 2 because some of the registrants mentioned that they will be giving the B planning and B Arc examination also. So I have included this. But most of the students who are attending this session will be giving the paper 1, which is for the undergraduate engineering programs, BE or BTech. Well, the important dates, one must notice that exam will be conducted in 2 sessions. Session 1, for which will be the upcoming dates, is 24th, 25th, then 26th January, of course, will be a national holiday. So 27, 28, 29, 30 and 31st January. As you all know that just yesterday, the 12th board date sheet has also been released. So because of that, as you would have seen that board examinations will be starting from 15th of February. And for the board examination before that, the practical exams and all, the date sheets have been released. So everything has been mashed up with respect to that. And even if someone is giving the last, getting the last date of the January attempt, let's say 31st January. So what we think that presumably the first exam for most of these students would be on 24th of February. So you will be getting an ample time, almost a month's time, for preparing for your crucial board examinations. And after English, there would be some other, there is a gap of for the other examinations also. For maths also, there is a gap. Any student who is taking the language as Hindi, for them, the first exam will be on 20th of February. But what we think that the overseas students usually would be having the first examination as English. So this is all how your planning should be there, that my first session examination is on 24th of January or 24th to 31st, any January. Some reserve dates have also been kept by the NTA in the February first week. Some reserve dates have also been kept, but that is just for the sake of depending upon the number of registrations. If some glitches happen at any centers, then they will be revising your date and all. So that is a reserved date. Those are reserved dates in the February. So at present, session 1, 24th to 31st January, excluding 26th January. Session 2 will be from 6th to 12th of April. And in both these sessions, the exam would be conducted in 2 shifts, 9 a.m. to 12 noon and 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. IST. So students based in UAE or Oman, for the exam will start at around 7:30 a.m. Students in other countries like Saudi Arabia or Bahrain or Qatar, Kuwait, all these students, they have to give the exam at 6:30 a.m. And the second shift, which will start from 3 p.m. So for them, the shift will start almost around 12:30 or 1:30, for depending upon your country timings. So, but since this is a centralized exam, the timings will not be changed for any country specific. So because as you can understand that it's a centralized exam, it's run through NTA from India. So the timings will be based on IST. Some other important dates. Well, first, For the form filling for session 1, the form filling started on 15th of December. Yes, we are a little late in conducting the session, but we wanted to know how many students are applying in the January attempt. So we were in a wait and watch situation. So now this has been planned today on 30th of December. Still, you have 12-13 days more, almost 2 weeks more to apply for January attempt. And the form filling will go till 12th of January, 9 p.m. IST. The fee submission for session 1 will be till 11:50 p.m. IST. So if you are filling the form on the last day, 12th of January, before 9 p.m. you should fill the form, and before midnight, almost 11:50 p.m. IST, you should submit the fee also. The admit cards for this session will be released by 3rd week of January. Similarly, for session 2, the form filling will start from 7th of February till 7th of March, same up to 9 p.m. IST. And fee submission for session 2 will be accepted on the same day, 7th March till 11:50 p.m. IST. Admit cards will be released by March 23, last week of March. Some more important information. Well, fee for the overseas students this year, there has been a slight difference in the male and female students. So the male aspirants, they have to, if you belong to general or general EWS or OBC category, you have to pay 5,000 INR. If you are a female candidate, you have to pay 4,000 INR. The overseas students of SC, ST or PWD, physically handicapped students, they have to pay 2,500 irrespective of the gender. Well, the documents required, there are the documents mentioned in the brochure, but the most important documents which you will be requiring while applying, while submitting the registration form, will be scanned photograph with 80% face visibility. The file size should be 10 KB to 200 KB, scanned signature from 4 KB to 30 KB file size, and the category certificates, whichever, and all these should be very clearly taken. This time they have applied some AI also, so you cannot simply select any of your selfies or any of your informal photographs. So it should be a proper photograph with quite visibility, 80% face visibility, and it should be acceptable by the server. So you have to pay attention to these 3 main documents. Since last year they started. Before that there was a correction window, but this time, since last time also there wasn't any correction window available, this time also there isn't any correction window. So be very cautious while filling your application form, and that's why I would like to mention that you should all fill your form within next 4 or 5 days, being very cautiously, and fill your fee after a day, because keep on rechecking. At least 2 times you should recheck each and every aspect of your form filling, so that you are able to get confident that no, there won't be any correction, no correction required for this form filling. For any further information from NTA, one can download Sandesh app. So the students who were facing some problems in their names and all, any other query, you can download the Sandesh app and you can send them messages over there. What we have been told that they are taking these live feedbacks over Sandesh app, and so you may get information also, and you can contact through Sandesh app also. For some practice and mock test, you can download the National Test Abhyas app, available over the platforms, and you can practice for these examinations also. Some more important information. Well, the cities for JEE mains for overseas students, this time there are these cities: Manama, Doha, Dubai, Muscat, Riyadh, Sharjah and Kuwait City. So UAE students have 2 options, Dubai and Sharjah. Bahrain, of course, Manama, Qatar, of course, Doha, Oman, Muscat, Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, and Kuwait, you get Kuwait City. So I have also mentioned the city codes for your reference. Although once you would be filling the form it would automatically give you these codes, but still, before filling, if you are having these codes handy, you can always recheck that there isn't any error committed on your part. The exam pattern this year is same as last year. The paper 1 will be of 2 sections. since you would be giving the paper 1 exam, most of you would be giving the paper 1, which is for the undergrad BTech examinations. So there would be 2 sections. The exam would be of 3 hours, total marks 300. There would be 90 questions, but 75 have to be attempted. Section A will be having 60 MCQ based questions, 20 each of physics, chemistry, math. All questions compulsory in this section A. Correct answer will fetch you 4 marks. Any wrong answer will deduct 1 marks. Whenever you are not confident, don't take risk beforehand. Leave that question, because ultimately it will not give you a 5 marks loss, because you will lose those 4 marks and then 1 marks, of course. So at least you are going to save 1 marks from this. Then section B will be having numerical based, integer based questions, 10 each in physics, chemistry, and maths, total 15 to be attempted, 5 from physics, chemistry, and math. So that makes it 60 from section A and 15 from section B. That makes it 75 questions you have to attempt in these 3 hours. Answers should be rounded off to nearest integer. Again, correct answer 4 marks, a wrong answer will fetch you -1, and not attempted will give you 0. So there is negative marking in both segments. So you have to be very cautious, very confidently answer. A thumb rule would be, whatever you know, attempt those questions first, and then you can again come back to those questions which you think that you should take risk or not. So, but this scenario may or may not change. We are not sure about this, because such things happen at the last day or the exam day. So section A and section B, you have to attempt 75 questions and within the stipulated time of 3 hours. Well, this is how the application form. So let's dive into how the application form will look like. Let's take you to the live, how I have filled the form and how the process goes. So let's go ahead. So let me take you to the live website. Meanwhile, there are some questions. No, it's an integer-based question, and there won't be any negative integer-based answers. So all those would be positive integer-based questions. But you never know, NTA may surprise you. They may put some minus or something like this. So you have to read the instructions before the exam and be very particular about those instructions, and then attempt the examination. So always remember, as a teacher, every teacher would tell you, even if you have prepared, even if you have given mock test, practice test, anywhere you are associated with Alan or not, whenever you have attempted these examinations, always before giving the examinations, do read the instructions very carefully. There may be surprises, there may be some things which may change your strategy. So be prepared for that. But still, we hope that anything such doesn't happen. So rest assured about that. Okay. Okay. Now let me take you to the live. Just a second. We'll go live. How the I have filled the form. So I'll just take you to the live website. So let me share once again the screen. And one of my favorite fictional character is Harry Potter. So I have filled this form using the name of Harry Potter. So JEE would also reckon that this is a dummy form filled by someone. So let me take you. This is the JEE main website. I'll go to here, and this will direct me to an external website. So since I have done the registration, so all the students who would be filling this form for the first time, you have to first register. So you have to first go to this new registration, register yourself, fill that application form. And once that application form has been filled, it will prompt you for submitting a number, the contact number. You will receive an OTP over that number. And through that OTP, you will be able to register yourself. And that OTP will be sent to your registered mail ID also. So this registration form is specifically, it's not like any contact number or any dummy email ID you can use. You have to use that number or email ID, which is useful to get the OTPs, Okay, so now let me share. I usually get very confused with this O and 0. I hope this is a very common problem. So here I am entering the security pin. Since I already registered, I have filled this registration form. As you can see, it mentions registration form completed. I can show you the registration form also. So this is the filled registration form. What details they would be asking you? They would be asking you your date of birth, your name, your parents' name, your gender, and then your premise address and all. So, and here the email address and the contact number should be for getting the OTP. And then there is a permanent address also. So a common query would be, what should be the permanent address? What should be the present address? See, don't worry about the permanent address at present. You must fill your present address correctly. Permanent address should be, many people are saying that in my passport, the permanent address is something different. Someone is saying that in my passport and in Aadhaar, the permanent addresses are different. Don't worry at this stage, because all these details will be verified again once you would be going for the counseling. So at present, your permanent address should be based upon your passport or Aadhaar, any of the two you can take. And the present address would be in which country you are residing. That present address you have to fill. Okay, so let me take you back. So this is how the registration form is to be filled. All these details are asked in the registration form. And the application number is, the application number is self-generated, auto-generated. So a very good question has been asked. This application number is auto-generated. Since I have already filled the form, this application number is, you can see the application number. But once you will be filling the form, you will not be having the option to fill this application number. Okay. So let's go ahead. Application form. This is incomplete because I haven't uploaded the image and all, but let me show you how this application form will be looking like. So first, it will ask you about the contact details. So I have submitted this present address, permanent address, and at every page, it will ask you to fill these security pin just to go ahead to the page, just to reconfirm that you are filling this form as a human being and not as a robot. So that's a usual trend. So once you have submitted this contact detail, go ahead. It will ask you, prompt you, confirm. Yes, go ahead. And it will take a little time to submit that form. Then personal details. So as I mentioned that I have filled this form using the name Harry Potter, the date of birth. Well, Harry Potter was born in 31st of July. That's what I remember. So just to get that eligibility, I have filled his year of birth as 2005, all those details. Here you can see that state and UT residence is outside India. Nationality, I have selected OCI. There may be some who might be the foreign nationals or other than OCI. They can fill this foreign or other than OCI, but usually as far as I am aware of the attendees of this session, most of you, almost everyone is from the OCI category. And in this state or the UT of residence, you have to fill outside India. Category, whatever category you have, but for overseas, since in the registration itself asked me, so it is showing me just the general category. Then if you are the PWD candidate, physically disabled, then you can fill this as yes. Are you diabetic? It's been a recent question asked because last year some mishaps happened because of some diabetic students who were giving the examination and they were not able to sustain for such 3 hours, and so then you arrive at the place, arrive at the venue of your test venue a little early. So overall it takes complete day. So for diabetic students, they have started asking about to take care of these students at the test center. And the place of residence, you have to fill it urban, whatever annual family income is. And this is an interesting question, mode of preparation. So whatever you want to fill, since as I'm considering myself as Alan student, Harry Potter, so I have filled it as an individual tuition. whether it's online coaching or tutorial classes in your school or any correspondence courses or any other. So if you would be filling others, it will ask you what others. So then again, you can fill anything you want, or you can simply go ahead with self-study. So that doesn't matter. Then the medium of school in your the qualifying examination. Of course, most of the students will be having English as the qualifying examination. Okay. Yeah, someone has asked that why the nationality is OCI. Some, depending upon your passport, it may mention if you are a foreign national, because this year the examination is being given by some students in Malaysia, some students in Hong Kong, and some other countries also. So if you are a foreign national other than OCI, then you have to fill, but mostly it is for the OCI students. Nationality as Indian for Kuwait students, place of residence as Kuwait. See, for whether it's Kuwait or whether it's UAE or any other country, you have to fill the OCI, and then outside India. At present, it is not giving you any other option. So nationality would be OCI, or even you can take Indian also, and the state or UT residence outside India. So it depends upon what you have to select. Sorry, yeah, the question asked by the person was OCI or foreign national. So almost every student would be would be belonging to the Indian nationality. So you have to fill this Indian, and then UT or state of residence outside India, and then category you have to select any of the category. So for the OCI students or the foreign nationals, the category is only general. But if you are an Indian nationality, then you have the category of filling through general, SC, ST, anything. So I am filling here as general. This is I have kept as no, this is I have kept as no, and this is urban. So once again, I would like to mention that nationality would be Indian based upon your passport. So if you are an Indian national, you have to fill it as Indian. If you are OCI or a foreign national, then you have to fill different things. So it is mentioned in your passport also. But most of the students who are appearing for this examination from Gulf countries, they would be having the nationality as Indian. So it has to be India. And then outside India would be the state and UT of residence. Category, any category you may belong to, you can fill that based upon that. So again, it will ask for the security pin. So 136J5. Let me know if I'm making any mistake in filling the security pin. Dear Laksha, the place of residence, it is mentioned as the states. So since you are residing outside India, so you have to fill outside India. Let me go back again to that page because someone has asked. Yes, of course, father's and mother's name should be as per the passport. So here you can see that the state or UT of residence, these are the Indian states. At present, since most of the students are in the Gulf region, so you have to fill it as outside India. Nationality Indian and state UT of residence outside India. Let me again fill this. Anytime you would be coming back to any page, it will again ask you the security pin. So V47S53 is the security pin. Then it will ask you about the Aadhaar details. Now this is, if you have an Aadhaar, you can go to, I voluntarily agree to share my child ward Aadhaar number. And so you can click on this, or sometimes it may happen that some name change has happened or you haven't updated your Aadhaar, something, this may happen. So you can select this also, that my information on Aadhaar is not the same as entered in the application form. This could be done. Or you can also go, I am not willing to share my Aadhaar number, or any three options you may select. But usually, as the most general thing would be, we can voluntarily agree to share the Aadhaar number. The category, Sayeda, this category question can be answered only based on the category certificate if you have it. So if you're not having the category certificate verified from a gazetted officer attested from the gazetted officer back in India, then you cannot apply for any category. So category is only if you are holding a category certificate. There isn't any mention that these students belong to this category. It is a simple thumb rule. If you're having a category certificate, then you can go ahead with that. No, Gyanin, I was just about to explain this thing, that even if you are not willing to share your Aadhaar number, it doesn't matter much. Like once when I was filling the form, because it is asking for Aadhaar number, and of course Harry Potter is not having an Aadhaar, so I selected this, or I can even select this. There isn't any difference with respect to this. Yes, you can select anonymous attendee. You can select the second option. Even if you are not willing to share your Aadhaar number, you can select the third option also. Just click on the declaration, and then again it will ask for the security pin 8838W2, and then submit and next. Even if there is no Aadhaar, you can share that I am not willing to share my Aadhaar details. As simple as that. So let me go the next. Yeah, now is the exam and center details. So usually almost every student will be selecting paper 1. If anyone is applying for B ARC or B planning, they can select this also. But since I will be filling as an Harry Potter for a BE BTech student, so I will be filling ticking out this box only. And since this form is available only for session 1, so this is self you will see only this box as available option. So question paper medium, of course, for the overseas students, it is English. Once you will select this English, wait a second or two, because then it will update these states. Now, since this is an outside India, so you can select. So now it depends upon you where you want to take. So since I am in UAE, so my first preference will be Dubai. Second preference will be, let's say I will take Sharjah, because both of them are in UAE. And you have to fill all the 4 options. It will not let you move ahead. So you have to fill all the 4 options. And then again, outside India, nearest is Muscat, so I can take that also. And then the last, I will be going for, let's say, Riyadh. And it asks about father's occupation, father's qualification, mother's occupation, mother's qualification. So you can fill these information. Yeah, as I mentioned, Gyanendra, these 4 options have to be filled. But no worries, rest assured that most of the students in last year and before that also, they have got first choice only. Second choice is the maximum in case of any glitches or anything, something may happen. But usually the overseas students get first choice as their preferred choice. They get the first, but just as a backup, they have asked for the 4 options. So UAE students can take first 2 options in the UAE, and the rest of the options nearest is Muscat. So we can take Muscat, and then after that Riyadh or Kuwait, anywhere you can take. No, we don't teach BTech. We are teaching 11th and 12th grade students for the JEE examination. Now let's again fill this security pin. I hope this is clear, that paper 1, then outside India, Dubai, Sharjah, Muscat, you can fill. No, it will not, Murli, it will not let you fill the India center. As you can see, Murli and Saida, you can see that the automatic option coming is only outside India. So see, once I will be going here. So it says required field outside India. Outside India is by default the only option available, and then I have to select Dubai. Let me share with you if I would be selecting Dubai again. So it says the first and second choice of exam center should not be same. So you cannot fill the same examination center. You have to change it, and all the 4 choices should be different. So Dubai, Sharjah, and Muscat, Riyadh. But rest assured, don't worry about this, because outside India, the overseas centers are are equipped and able to take as many students who will be appearing from the countries like UAE, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Bahrain, anywhere you would be appearing, Qatar, of course. So don't worry about that. You will be 99.9% you will be getting a first choice. Second choice is quite rare, 0.01%, but still they ask you for the 4 choices. There is by default only the outside India option. Okay. So as soon as you change any option, the security pin will again change and you have to again fill this. So I'm filling this. Any other question? Yeah. Okay. Noted. Thank you. So now I'm going ahead. I have filled the exam center. It is asking me, are you sure to submit? So I'm submitting it again. Now, this asks for the qualification details. So, of course, the students would have passed the grade 10th examination. So it automatically gives you only one option of passed, in which year you passed your 10th grade examination. So last one would be 2021. But if you are a student who has cleared your 12th board examination last year or before that, this will be 2020 or 2019 or any other gap or something like this. So the students who are appearing in 12th board, for them 2021 would be the exam time when they would have cleared their 12th examination, 10th examination. 12th examination they will be clearing it in 2023. So qualifying examination, 10th or equivalent, only one option is there. Schooling, of course, if you have done your 10th from your respective country like UAE, Bahrain, Oman, Saudi, Kuwait, Qatar, then it would be urban, very sorry. Then this is, these are the available options. So usually it is for private, unaided type of school or college. So it depends from where you are submitting this. So it entirely depends upon this. Most of the students will be private and unaided. Yes. So if you are giving your 12th examination, if you have given your 12th examination in 2022, so of course your 10th would have been given in 2020. So that way you have to fill. See, don't worry about that, because whatever year of passing is written in your 10th mark sheet, that you have to fill here. So if you are giving in 2023, then you will be filling, anonymous attendee, as you have mentioned that you've given your 10th in 2020. So if your passing certificate or your mark sheet mentions 2020 as the passing year, then you have to fill passing year as 2020. It doesn't matter if you have taken a break in between or not. It doesn't matter. When your 12th will be, you will be giving your examination, it will ask you here how you will be appearing or you have passed this examination. So let me go back to this type of college. Mostly it would be private, unaided. Qualifying examination state. So see, since if your school would be outside India, no option is available. So you have to select others. Qualifying examination district. So if you have selected others, the only option available will be others. And for the school board examinations, you can see that for the school board, whatever school board you are going through, like most of the students would be from CBSE, some may be the ICSE board, they can select that. Some may be from any other IB curriculum or IGCSE curriculum. All the options are available here. CBSE International is also available. State boards are available. So all these options are available. Since I consider most of the students would be from CBSE background, so I'm filling it as Central Board of Secondary Education. So if you are anonymous attendee, if you are giving IGCSE, IGCSE is the option available. If you have attempted 10th in Kuwait and 12th in India, then in the 12th, you will be filling, see, this is, I'm answering only for the 10th. So for 10th, you will be filling based as per the Kuwait or from whichever country you have given you have taken your 10th board examination. The result, of course, I think in 2020, the result was in CGPA. So I have taken CGPA 10 on 10. I have taken Harry Potter and Intelligent Student. And this roll number you can take from your 10th board mark sheet. I have filled it as anonymous. Then the school and college, you can simply mention a small, I've like given this a brief IHS Dubai. You can mention strictly, there is no rule for mentioning the school name, school college name and address as appropriate, but still as a very safe, on a safe side, I would like to mention that whatever school name is mentioned in your 10th board mark sheet, mention that. So if it mentions Indian High School Dubai, mention that here, Indian High School Dubai. This pin code, last year we used to fill this pin code as 000 because usually in most of the countries or somewhere the pin codes were not available, but they have mentioned that the pin code cannot be 000. So you can either go to Google and search as a pin code of, let's say like I'm in Dubai, so I can select for Bar Dubai region. So either it will prompt you the pin code or the nearest postal code, post office code, PO, the post office code should be there to be mentioned. So when I searched for the IHS Dubai, I got PO box of IHS as 106. So I have filled 106. It is accepting it as it is, but it cannot be 000. That's the only thing. 2021, yes, Gyanendra, 2021 it was percentage, so you have to fill percentage. But in 2020 it was CGPA, so I have filled as CGPA. Yes, result mode should be percentage. Whatever, see, any board gave you in the percentage, you have to fill percentage. If your result, if your mark sheet is having it in CGPA, fill the CGPA. We use PO box of the school. Yes, Gyanendra, you can use the PO box address also. And yes, Shipra, this is how. So either percentage or CGPA, anything you can select. And the pin code, some may take the area code, like for Bar Dubai or the Karama region, the pin code is 122001. So you can select that, or the PO box of the school also, you can fill it up. It won't prompt you that this is wrong. It won't just let you fill 000 or anything which is a null value. Now coming to the 12th board examination. So most of the students, I hope, would be from the appearing section who would be appearing in 2023. So they can fill 2023. Even if they have passed the examination in the previous years, they can fill the past as when they passed this examination. So only two options would be there because these are the two eligible years for the pass status. So either of the two passing years you can select. And if most of the students who would be appearing, for them only by default one option would be available as 2023. So it takes a little time. So see, as you can see, it mentions only 2023. So if you are mentioning it appearing, it will automatically by default take 2023. Now the qualifying examination, see, there are many options, but you have to be very sure. The final examination of the 10+2 system conducted by any recognized central state board, such as CBSE. It also mentions for the Indian Council Certificate Examination. So for CBSE, you can select this: open schools, immediate, high school, GCE from London, Cambridge, any these boards, HSC, Cambridge board, Cambridge University, any recognized Indian universities, or in any foreign country, any diploma. See, sometimes diploma students can also apply for this examination. So these are the available options. So for CBSE, you have to select the last one, which is Central Board of Secondary Education. Other board students can find other options here like GCE and the British curriculum, Cambridge curriculum, anything you want to see here or the options. Most of the students will be filling this. So I'm taking this. Place of schooling, I'm taking it as urban. The type of college, again, it is asking, so I will fill it as private unaided. Then the qualifying examination state, so again I will be filling it as others if it is outside India. So now Asna, you were asking that whether I will be what I have to fill. So see, some of the students who have given their 10th from other country, but their 12th would be from India, so they can fill this as India also. So you have to select the qualifying state. So if you are filling from Rajasthan or Sikkim or Tamil Nadu, you can fill this state, and then you can fill this 12th qualification details as you would be giving your 12th exam. But since most of the students who have joined this session are from outside India, so I have taken it others, qualifying examination, again others, because it doesn't mention any other country or city for this sake. And then what board you would be having, the school board you are having. So you can see there are many options available. This is the EdExcel board, IB board, Cambridge, and then we have Telangana, CBSE International is also available. And then you can see AP Open, Rajasthan. These are state boards also available. So many options are available. That's why I am saying that within next 5-6 days, fill it very cautiously. Take all your mark sheets before filling the form. Note down each and every aspect this is asking. And then since most of the students, I believe, belong to CBSE curriculum, so I have selected a CBSE. Since the examination, you would be appearing in the examination, these two boxes will be by default locked. But if you have passed your examination in 2021 or 2022, then these options will be available, the result mode and the roll number, it will ask you. And then again, the school name or the college name, the address. Again, this should be as per your actual school name. So if you have filled, let's say IHS Dubai in your 10th or Indian High School Dubai in your 10th, again fill Indian High School Dubai in your 12th also, if you are appearing from the same school. But if the school is different, fill the entire name or whatever the name is by the school, prompted by the school, that we use this as the name as the complete name and the address for the examinations. A question has been asked, a person who passed 12th in 2021 can participate for JEE in 2023? Yes. It mentioned, I already mentioned earlier in the session also, and here also you can see that if you would be selecting it as passed, it will be giving you 2 years of option, that if you have passed your 12th in 2021 or 2022, see, only these two years are eligible for the examination. So any student who has given their 12th board in 2021 or 2022 are eligible, or who would be appearing in 2023 are also eligible for giving this examination. So let me go back again, appearing, and I will be selecting. It takes a little time to update, so don't worry that I selected to appearing and it isn't coming, so it will automatically prompt you there. Then I will be selecting this urban, school, colleges, private unaided, then qualifying examination. I will be going as CBSE, others, state, qualifying examination state, others, qualifying examination district, others, then a school board, I am selecting CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education, and then I am again filling a school, college name and addresses, IHS Dubai. So the pin code I have mentioned as 106. Sometimes the screen may go blank, or sometimes it will again ask you, don't worry about that. It is just the script which is running in background. It automatically refreshes everything. So you may have to select these things again and again. You have to. So that's why I'm saying take out some time, almost an hour or so. You should take out, sit in a very closed and relaxed room. Take all your mark sheets with you, not to fill any details in a hurry. So again, I'm filling 106, and now I'm going here. Now, as you can see, I've mentioned here, and again, it got deselected. So this may happen. So while you are filling the form, don't worry, the script is running in the background. It automatically refreshes the page. So sometimes this may happen. Once you have filled this, again, check in the 10th also, everything is filled. Yes, everything is filled. Nothing is left. keep cross-checking everything you have filled, and then let's go ahead. So 0N62S2. I hope this is 0 and not O. Again, I'm checking everything has been filled or not. Yes. Now I'm going to save and submit. So it will take some time to be going. And yes, if someone is having a twin, they have to select this option also. So one of the Harry Potter's friend, can anyone guess their names? They were twin brothers, Harry Potter's friends. Any Harry Potter fans, they can share. I know one's name starts with G. So if you have the correct answer, you can give the answer. Ron's brother, yes. Anonymous attendee. Anyone else can give their first names? Okay. So it was just a fun fact. So don't worry about this. It's not being asked in your JEE mains. Anyways, moving ahead. So if you are not twin brothers, select this. If you are identical twins, you have to select this also. Okay. And again, you have to fill 160G51 is the security code, security pin, and then it will ask me again to submit this section. So I'm submitting it. Now this is emergency contact detail. You cannot escape from this. Firstly, secondly, it has to be a different number what you filled while registering. So please note, we have tried this. Now it is not letting me change, but we have tried this. We filled the same number with which we registered. We filled the same number. It immediately prompted the registered number cannot be same as the emergency contact detail. So we have to fill a different number. So here we have taken some number from our office and we have filled this number because it will again prompt you for the OTP. So here you have to fill a contact detail and a contact email address. So someone had a trouble of some name change, they can mail me over this email ID as at@allenoverseas.com, and our team will look into it, what could be done in that case. So this is very crucial that the emergency contact detail of parent or guardian should be there, and the number should be different from the registration number. So if you have registered through your father's number, you have to give your emergency contact detail as your mother's number or your own number. Anything could be done, but there should be two different numbers and two different email IDs, and then it will prompt you for OTP, and then that OTP has to be filled. And once you submit the OTP, then you cannot change this detail. You cannot change the details. So this has to be, you have to be very sure about this. So while filling the form, your parent should also be there because they will be getting this OTP, and then that OTP has to be submitted. So while you are submitting the form, you sit with your parents and read aloud whatever you are filling, just to cross check with your parents. So, okay, my name is this. Yes, in your mark sheet. My school name is Indian High School, Dubai. Yes, it is written. This is the roll number. Yes, this is the roll number. So just read aloud whatever you have filled in the form. Your parents will cross check for you. And once this page will be landing, you will be getting the OTP immediately from your parent. And this way you will be registering your emergency contact detail. Once this has been done, then it will ask you for submitting the documents. So since I don't have a very good picture of Harry Potter, so I haven't submitted these two things, but be very cautious with the file size and the visibility. The image which you will be clicking, it should have your face, and 80% face should be visible. Avoid specs because the face should be visible. Avoid hair bands or something like this. Your hair should not come over your forehead like mine is coming, so I can't help, but you should be very cautious with this, that 80% of your face should be visible in the photograph. So get it clicked from a professional photographer or going to a photo studio, get that clicked. Mention them that it is required for JEE main form filling. So get that picture and it should be compressed between 10 to 200 KB file, but it should not be pixelated. It should be a very clear picture. And then also your signature, the minimum file size is 4 and maximum is 30. So you have to select these two things it will ask you like this, and you have to submit the documents here by selecting the files. Okay, and then once you will be submitting your documents, then there will be a final submit. So since I haven't filled these two documents, I am unable to go to the final submission. But final submission just previews your entire form, that everything has been filled correctly. Any editing you require before final submission, it will show you the preview. You can go back, change the details, and again come back. But rest assured, every page you will be making some changes. You have to fill that security pin, and you have to be very patient while filling this form, because sometimes the server may get a little slow and you may get a delayed response. So if you have selected something, just wait for a couple of seconds. It will be refreshing. And before submitting any page, also check each and every detail that it is filled, no detail is missing. Okay, so this is how this entire thing would be going once you will be filling all the details here. This registration, this application form number will not change, and this application form number will be starting from 2/3 because of the year 2023 you would be attempting this examination. So I'm stopping to share the screen here, and this is how all the details will be going. Just let me so this is how the entire form filling will be happening. Any other detail you require, download the Sandesh app. And as I mentioned, Gyanendra, that the admit card expected, we mentioned in the presentation that before the examination, like the examination will be starting from 24th of January. So expect it in third week, just before from almost 15th of January to 22nd of January. That week, the admit cards will be delivered over your email. We are not expecting physical admit cards. Admit cards will be over your email and your phone number. A message would be coming that the admit card has been released. So that's how the admit card process will be going through. So that's why I'm mentioning again and again that keep your registered number with you on. It should not be many a times we keep these numbers and they are out of range or something like this, or they are not active. But before filling the form, you should always take up your active numbers, and there should be two numbers because one of them has to be an emergency contact detail also. Okay, so any other query you can post over Q&A box. There isn't mentioning about any printout or something like that, but if you will be getting, overseas students are not getting hard copy of the admit cards, so you have to carry a soft copy, or you can better safe side would be take a printout of that admit card and carry that admit card in the print form. See, JEE main session 1 results will be declared after somewhere around January. The results will be declared somewhere in March. February results will be declared in also in March somewhere. So this may happen. The January results will be declared in February, and February results will be declared in March, and then you will be the April session, the results will be declared in May. So almost a month and a half they take for declaring the results. So that's why it is very necessary to keep it that way. Registered phone number can be Indian number instead of overseas. Yeah, that entirely depends upon you, because before registering it will prompt you, it will give you the area codes. So don't worry about that. Result, as I mentioned, that almost 1.5 months it takes. So January result will be declared somewhere in March or April, and the April session results will be declared in May. So it usually takes 1 month, 1.5 months to declare the results. But the April session results will be declared a little early, within a month or so, because then advanced exam has to happen, then they have to select all those students. Okay. Thank you, Gyanendra. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you so much, Pranshul. And if the server hangs during form filling and shutdown, can we see? If you are at a particular form, let's say if you are filling Aadhaar details, before that all the forms have been saved. So even if your Aadhaar filling is let's say there is a power cut, your website hangs, or your server crashes, or your system is not responding, you can simply quit and come back after 15-20 minutes. Also, if you are not logging out from the website and you're simply closing the window, and if you open it within few minutes again, it will say that there is a duplicate session. That may happen. So remember that if you have closed it abruptly, you have to again open it after 15-20 minutes. Once that session expires, then only you will be able to open it again. So whenever such thing happens, immediately log out, or if there is any technical problem, don't worry. Whatever page you have saved, it will be saved till that time. Are you going to share this? Yeah, this video will be available over YouTube also. This session will be available. Do we have option of printing our submitted details? No, you won't be having any option of printing during this exam. Mayuka, you can try through Play Store India. If you are opening it Play Store overseas, UAE or any other country, then you may not be getting this app because it is registered over only on Play Store India. So any Indian number, if your parents are carrying, just connect through that Indian number. Just use that internet through that Indian number, or you can use VPN to download this app, and then you can uninstall that VPN. So any other thing, but Sandesh app is not available over any overseas Play Store or Apple Store. Husna, these questions we will be answering later once the because these questions are very subjective. Which branch, which college, how much to score, because the number of students who would be giving the examination, the level of the paper, what would be the percentile, it entirely depends upon how the results would be turning up. Do we get no hard copy will be given for any result or something like this, because everything is over email. So please keep your numbers and email IDs updated. Thank you, Mayuka. Thank you so much. Thank you, Asna. Thank you so much, other students, anonymous attendees. Thank you so much for your query, for your compliments. So I would like to I would like to end this session. Thank you so much for your patience, and wish you all the best for giving this examination. Be very, very rest assured. Don't worry about the result at that examination time. Don't worry much that, oh, what will happen? Oh, I don't know this question. Don't worry. It's 1 or 2 questions. Don't worry about that. Thank you, Hitendra. Thank you, Shipra. Thank you, Akash. Thank you so much. Thank you, Saida. Thank you so much for your compliments. Thank you so much. So I would be ending this session. Thank you, Shreya. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you so much, all. Thank you, Laksha. You have been a great audience who attended this session. Thank you so much. All the best. Thank you once again. Bye-bye.